once it's thinned, as long as it's not too thin, then you can add a little bit of shape. Say for instance on this, if I just kind of take my inside fingers and push just a little bit harder with the inside fingers as I pull up. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm not really thinning the wall so much as I pull up. I'm just shaping it. Again, inside fingers, I'm pushing just a little bit more. In fact, you could even think about it as if the inside fingers were just slightly higher, like they're not meeting exactly maybe, but they're slightly higher, so it's kind of directing it out. Now, if you want to trim the edge, there are a couple different ways that you can easily trim an edge. One way is to use a needle tool. If you place the needle tool in your right hand and kind of lock your hands together and just take a finger from your left hand and place it on the inside of the rim. If you just push it through until it reaches, you can then pull it off. Okay? Another way to trim is with a cutoff wire. Also really effective way. I usually wrap it around my fingers, something like dental floss. So the wire is between my two thumbs. Again, I hold my hands around 3 o'clock, put it in there, hold it, and then cut it off. Now whenever you're trying to trim an edge, always cut off the rim all the way around. Don't try to cut part of it. You need to really cut through the whole rim and take off a ring. If you just try to do part of it, it's just going to kind of fall apart on you and make more of a mess. Now what I am doing is I'm rounding that cut edge, because if you have an edge that is a sharp cut edge, it is going to be noticeable with the glaze. It'll probably be a little bit rough. I'm soaking up the puddle that's in there. And then the last thing, if you do want a super smooth edge, you can use a tool like this is just a piece of chamois, which is, you know, a piece of leather, or you could use a piece of plastic or other sort of material to just kind of hold it over the rim. As long as it's wet, it will compress it, makes it nicely compressed, and that then is really, it's ready to become a mug if you wanted something like this as a mug. Alright, so that's how you thin a cylinder. One of the things that I would like to show you on this is how you can alter a cylinder. This was the first cylinder that I made in my series, but I just want to take, I usually like to take the side of one of these wooden knives because it's nice and round. I'm going to alter it just by pushing in with that knife edge, and I'm going to divide this evenly, so I'm going to make 6 marks. So I'm going to do the first 2 opposite of each other, and then I'm going to divide the 2 sides approximately into thirds. You know, if it's not quite right, it's not usually that noticeable. There we go. Okay, now this is altered. Now you can see that my rim got a little messed up, so that's easy enough to fix. I'm just going to hold it back in place with finger sponge, or in this case a chamois. So that made the rim nice and even again. And this is ready to set aside to get leather hard, and then I'll trim it when it's leather hard.